Your aspirations and self-acceptance are not in conflict. This is something that took me a while to really get, because I always thought that on the other side of something that I achieved or created or produced was going to be something that then added onto me. So I strived and I pursued and I tried to create more so that I could feel more, be more. And then I came to the realization that all of that is really fruitless. At the most real level, it's completely fruitless, because no matter what I got out of it, no matter where I got to, I was still the same person, and I was living as that same person regardless of how those circumstances had changed. So then I did the opposite. I moved halfway across the world to a monastery, and I basically went inward for almost a year. And despite all that introspection and inward contemplation and the peace that I found within me, I still hadn't reconciled this seeming paradox, this seeming conflict between aspiration and self-acceptance. Because on one hand, I had already explored the far reaches of who I thought I could become. And on the other hand, I had dived deeply into the nature of myself and found that everything is already here, that I don't need to look outside of me for anything. And yet, even in that realization, there was still the confusion as to, well then what do I do? Why am I here? I started to create a conflict where there wasn't one. For whatever reason, I thought I either needed to move to a cave in the mountains and just meditate all day, or I needed to move into the heart of the concrete jungle and claim my name. But it wasn't until I blended the two and I found the middle way that allowed for a dispassionate pursuit of my passion, an ever-growing yet self-sourced acceptance of me, and the facing and integrating all of the resistance that I felt along the way, all of the little pockets of discomfort and self-hatred and self-sabotage, all of the little limiting beliefs that were holding me back from truly embracing myself as I am, while stepping fully into the vision that I felt so strongly in my heart that I came here to create. Because at a soul level, we are creative beings. It is our true nature. We are constantly creating our reality and projecting ideas, realities to explore, lives to live, paths to take, journeys to explore. That is the fundamental nature of consciousness, to create and become. And yet the very fabric of that nature is love. And that timeless, infinite love is never improving itself. It's never becoming more than it was. It's just becoming something different than it was the moment prior. But everything is already existing here and now. It's already created. So then all that we're doing as creators is manifesting what already is, to experience it from a totally different point of view. And this was the conundrum that I was missing in the beginning, because my creations are not going anywhere for me. They're not bringing me closer to who I am. I'm not becoming anything more as a result of them. I'm simply experiencing more of what I truly am from a new perspective. And you see that middle way between aspiration, that pursuit of a vision, and the groundedness in self-acceptance, that I recognize all that I am right now, and that I don't need anything from what I'm pursuing. And in fact, I'm not going to get anything out of what I'm pursuing. I can bring joy to that process. I can bring love to that process. I can bring excitement and passion to that process. But if I'm seeking those things out of that process, I'm bound to suffer and struggle, because I'm fundamentally missing the key to life, which is that you are everything. You are all of it already, and you're free to create all that you want.